Children, today I am going to explain you the second part of our chapter, I Want Something in a Case. In the first part, we read Mr. Purcell, who is a shopkeeper and owns a pet shop. A customer came in his shop, and what happened after that we will read in this part. The man's shiny shoes squeaked forward. Squeak means making sound, and they moved forward. His suit was cheap, ill-fitted, but obviously new. The suit the man was wearing was not costly, and the fitting was also not good, but it was new. He had a shuttling glance and close cropped hair. Shuttling glance means the person was looking here and there in the shop, and his hair were short. Ignoring Purcell for the moment, he rolled his gaze around the shadowy shop. For some time, he ignored Mr. Purcell, and he was only looking at the shop. A nasty morning, volunteered the shopkeeper. After some time, Mr. Purcell, the shopkeeper, said to the customer, "A nasty morning." Nasty means unpleasant. He clasped both hands across his melon-like stomach and smiled importantly. Mr. Purcell, clasp means hold his both hands across his melon-like stomach and smile very importantly. "I see by the paper we are in for a cold spell. Now what was it you wanted?" Now Mr. Purcell informed the customer that the winter will go long. He read in the newspaper and asked the customer what he wanted. Now the customer stared Mr. Purcell, and he was looking at him first time. He said, "I want something in a case." Now the customer said he wants something in a case. Something in a case? Mr. Purcell was a bit confused. Mr. Purcell was also confused to hear it. Now the man said he meant what he said. Something in a case and something small in size. "I see," hesitated the storekeeper, not at all certain that he did. He was not certain what he wanted. His eyes narrowed gravely and pursed his lips. "Now let me think. A white rat perhaps. I have some very nice white rats." Now Mr. Purcell thought seriously and said, "White rats?" He had some very nice white rats. "No," said the man. But the man replied, "No, not rats. Something with wings, something that flies." The man said he wants something that have wings and that can fly. "A bird," exclaimed Mr. Purcell. Now Mr. Purcell said, "You want a bird?" "A bird, all right." The customer pointed suddenly to a suspended cage which contained two snowy bird doves. "How much for these?" Now the customer saw a hanging cage, and in the cage there are two snowy birds. In the cage there are two birds which are white like a snow, and they are doves. "Doves, how much for those?" The customer asked the price of those birds. "$5.50 came the prompt answer. Mr. Purcell quickly answered $5.50, and a very reasonable price. They are a fine pair. And Mr. Purcell also said that it is a reasonable price and they are very fine pair. $5.50. The man was obviously crestfallen. To hear the price of $5.50, the man was disappointed. He hesitantly produced a $5 bill. He was little bit hesitated and he showed the bill of $5. I had liked to have these birds, but this is all I have got, just $5. The customer said to Mr. Purcell that he wanted those birds, but he had only $5. Mentally, Mr. Purcell made a quick calculation which told him that a 50-cent reduction he could still reap a tidy profit. After that, Mr. Purcell did a quick calculation in his mind that if he sold these doves to $5, he would still got a good profit. He smiled magnanimously. Now, Mr. Purcell smiled very kindly. My dear man, if you want them that badly, you can certainly have them for $5. Now, Mr. Purcell told the customer that if he wanted them so badly, then he sold them for $5. I will take them. He laid his $5 on the counter. The customer said that he would take them and he laid $5 on the counter. Mr. Purcell tottered on tiptoe, unhooked the cage and handed it to his customer. Now, after unhooked the cage, Mr. Purcell gave it to the customer. The man cocked his head to one side, listening to the constant chattering, the rustling squealing of the shop. Now the man moved his head to one side and listened to the constant chattering and rustling squealing. Rustling squealing means the walking sound of pets in the shop. That noise, he blurted, doesn't it get you? He said suddenly, that noise, you are listening that noise. Now the customers said to Mr. Purcell that he was not listening that noise. Noise? What noise? Mr. Purcell looked surprised. Now Mr. Purcell was looking very surprised. He could hear nothing unusual because he was not listening any unusual or strange thing. The customer glared. I mean, all this case stuff drives you crazy, doesn't it? Now the customer said to Mr. Purcell that the stuff in the cage means the pet birds and animals, not making him crazy or mad. Mr. Purcell drew back. Either the man was insane or drunk. Now Mr. Purcell moved backward and thought that the man was insane. Insane means mad or drunk, or maybe he was drunk. He said hastily, yes, certainly I guess so. Now Mr. Purcell also answered very quickly, he also thinks so. Listen, the staring eyes come closer. How long had you think it took me to make the $5? Now the customer asked Mr. Purcell how long he had thought it took him to make the $5. The merchant wanted to order him out of the shop. Now the shopkeeper, Mr. Purcell, wanted to order him to get out from the shop. But oddly enough, he couldn't. But he could not do that. He heard himself dutifully asking, why, how long did it take you? Now, Mr. Purcell asked him dutifully, how long did he take? The other laughed. Now the customer laughed. 10 years at hard labor. He earned these $5 after 10 years of hard work. 10 years to earn $5, 50 cents a year. It means he earned 50 cents per year. It was best. Purcell decided to humor him. My, 10 years. That's certainly a long time now. Now Purcell said that it was a long time to earn $5. They give you $5, laughed the man, and a cheap suit and tell you not to get caught again. Now the customer said to Mr. Purcell that they gave him $5 and a cheap suit and told him not to be caught again. Mr. Purcell mopped his sweating brows. Now Mr. Purcell was sweating, so he mopped his sweat. Now about the care and feeding of your doves, I would advise. Now Mr. Purcell said to the customer that he would told him the feeding of the doves and advice. Bah! The swung around and stalked abruptly from the store. Bah, this is the word which is used to show disagreement. The man swung around. Swung around means rapidly. The man rapidly went out from the shop. Purcell sighed with sudden relief. When the man went out from the shop, Purcell took the breath of relief. He waddled to window and stared out. Mr. Purcell walked to the window and saw outside. Just outside, his peculiar customer had halted. Just outside the window, he saw the strange customer was stopped and he was staring what he purchased. Then opening the case, he reached inside and threw out one of the doves. After that, the customer opened the case and take out one of the doves. He tossed it into the air and the customer tossed the dove into the air. He threw out the second and tossed it after the first. And once again he take out the second and also tossed it after the first. They rose like wind-blown balls of fluff and were lost in the smoky grey of the wintry city. And both the doves fly. For an instant, the liberator's silent and lifted gaze watch after them. And after that, the liberator means the customer who free the doves, was gazing the birds. Then he dropped the case. After that, he dropped the case. He shoved both hands deep in his pockets and he pushed his hand into his pocket, hunched down his head and shuffled away. Hunched means to bend down his head and shuffled away means walk away. The merchant's brow was puckered and perplexity. Mr. Purcell was so much confused to saw that so desperately had the man desired the doves that he had let him have them at a reduced price. Now Mr. Purcell thought that the customer wanted those doves so desperately that he sold them on a reduced price, and immediately he had turned them loose, and after buying them he turned them loose. Now why? Mr. Purcell muttered. Muttered means speak very slowly. Did he do that? He felt vaguely insulted. Now Mr. Purcell was thinking that did he do that? And he was feeling clearly insulted. I hope student you will understand the story of this chapter.